Okay, making global payments as instant, easy, and pretty much free as using social media. That's the mission of Strike, a digital wallet built on Bitcoin's payment protocol known as the Lightning Network. Now, Strike has just launched in Argentina. It's already present in El Salvador and thinking about further expansion across Latin America, where many people have no access to traditional banks, are battered by high inflation, and lack trust in governments and unstable monetary systems. Joining us now is Jack Mallers, the founder and CEO of Strike. Jack, Happy New Year and welcome back. I'm sure many of my viewers will remember our first conversation, but you are back, and I just want you to remind my viewers, if they didn't watch our previous conversation, what's the vision of Strike? What are you aiming to achieve?
Julia, I'm back.
Hi.
Did you miss me? Of course you did. Yeah, so here's the mission at Strike, Julia. With Bitcoin, not only do we have the best monetary asset in human history, we have the best monetary network in human history. What do I mean by that, Julia? For the first time ever, we can escrow value, we can move money across borders, across space, across time, from a consumer to a merchant. We can move a bearer instrument from A to B at no cost and instantly. And so that is something, Julia, Visa can't do, Western Union can't do, PayPal can't do that. It is an innovation in a payments experience. And so what Strike does is not speculate on the price of Bitcoin, whether it goes to the moon, whether it staggers a little bit longer, it doesn't matter to us, is that we connect your bank account, stable coins, your cash collateral, and use this monetary payment network to escrow the value under the hood as a superior payments rail and a superior payments experience compared to the Visas and the Western Unions of the world.
Yeah, and what stood out to me in our last conversation was the cost, because you only charge execution costs. And this is critical, particularly when we're talking in parts of the world, and we'll come to it like Argentina. Remittance costs in places like that are multi-percentage points. Talk to me about the cost of doing this too for individuals that are using the product.
Julia, it doesn't cost us anything. Think about it. Why does Western Union charge 20% sometimes? Well, because every single month they have rent to pay in 200 countries. You know what rent I gotta pay? Just this gorgeous empty closet. I don't have any sunken costs. I don't have any fixed costs. Bitcoin solved a lot of the monetary functions that we know as very expensive with cryptography and with math. And so I can escrow a bearer instrument in Bitcoin. It's worth the same amount in Chicago as it is in London, as it is in Nigeria, as it is in Argentina, and I can zip it around the world instantly and for free. And so the novel thing about what we do, though, Julia, is that we don't want to expose everyone to the inherent volatility. Listen, if you think Bitcoin's going to the moon, own it. If you don't like it, don't touch it. But what we can do is take your dollars and escrow them around the world over the Bitcoin network. So think about this. What if I wanted to send money from Chicago to London? What we can do is take dollars out of your bank account, turn it into Bitcoin, zip that value to London instantly and for free. You blink, you'd miss it. It goes so fast and it costs nothing. And then we turn it back into British pounds. And so a Western Union payment that may take 4 days and charge you 10% because they got to pay rent in the capital of the UK, well, didn't cost me anything, and it happened in less than a second. That's the innovation, and that's how we use Bitcoin, the monetary network.
Yeah, and this is the speed that's key here, because to your point about Western Union or other places that can do this, there will be people watching this saying, hey, but isn't that what you do in US dollars? But it's the speed of transaction that takes place here that you knock out a lot of the sort of volatility and the risk, the slippage risk, as it's called in the industry, of the transaction between currencies, which is key here too. Talk to me about the Argentinian launch. Why this part of the world? And what's the role of stable coins, to our point about broader volatility? What's the role that that's going to play too?
Yeah, you got it. So Argentina is a country that's had 8 currency crises since their central bank was founded. They created the Argentine peso and tethered it to the dollar, but never fully dollarized, Julia. So their currency is rapidly devaluing, and inflation is going to exceed 50%. So you're talking about a place that uses the dollar as unit of account. Demand for the dollar is so high that in parallel black markets, it's worth twice as much. And so what we want to do is extend this global monetary network that's better than Visa, better than Western Union, and give them superior payments. Now, the trick is, how do I replicate the Chase Bank that we have in the US in Argentina? You cannot buy and move more than $200 a month in Argentina. They ban it because more use of dollars in a credit system is going to put a run on their federal reserves of the bank. And so how do I get around it? How do I want to give them dollar cash collateral that they can use. If they want more exposure to Bitcoin, go get it. If they want less, stay in some dollar cash collateral. And then we use that collateral, we use that dollar balance to move money over the Lightning Network. And so our solution in El Salvador at first was to use stable coins. Our solution in Argentina is to use stable coins. It's a novel way for us to get dollars into other parts of the world where traditional banking systems aren't an option for us. And so we use stable coins as the equivalent to the Chase Bank that I use here in the United States.
What are the government and the authorities in Argentina saying to you? Because it's funny, I watched your progress in El Salvador, and I saw one of the rating agencies saying to El Salvador, because obviously we know the president there has his own interest in Bitcoin specifically, saying that their holdings and the loss of value of their Bitcoin holdings is actually undermining the broader financial system because it's putting their credit rating profile at risk. And we know with these countries that matters for how they raise money, it matters for investment. So there's sort of a crossover here of assets and concerns. Jack, what are the authorities in Argentina saying? And is this sort of separation of sort of church and state here, for want of a better phrase, important in your mind?
You know what I think is interesting, Julia, is it doesn't matter. Think about it this way. When you operate on an open monetary network, a global open monetary network, you know whose opinion matters? The consumer, and that's it. There's nothing they can do about it. If the consumer elects a better financial experience through us or through anyone that operates on the Bitcoin monetary network, then that's going to be the winner. We saw this in the internet, Julia. The reason I have a Facebook account and not a MySpace account is because Facebook won the experience. When you have an open system where it's free to compete for the consumer's experience, then that's when you see innovation and the consumer elects the winners, not the government. And that's what these people want. And so I'm here to deliver a good experience to people all over the world. And listen, whether some government hates me, some government loves me, you know what? I don't give a bleep.
Thank you for bleeping yourself there and saving me the need to do